First of all, I'd like to apologize about the quality of the video. We didn't get no sun for a while, and suddenly we got some sunshine, and the camera is picking up the sun's brightness. So I just wanted to give you a quick tour of some of the vegetables and fruits I'm growing and experimenting to get the best flavors and large sizes. So let's go and see what I've done in the garden and some of the plants I'm growing. And after that, we're gonna have a look at the orchids that I'm reviving to grow even better and more flower. And then I will show you what I've done to them and what I'm going to do to these orchids to keep them looking healthy and flowering. But in the garden, I always start with organic farmyard manure. I prepare the soil with the organic manure and plant the seedlings. The manure nourishes the plants and provides a slow feed for about 6 weeks until the plants are established and growing. After 6 weeks of feeding on manure, I give them a bit of Epsom salt and a potash to boost flowering and fruit production. 3 weeks later, I add a handful of seaweed to the roots and water it in. This helps the plant grow healthy roots and produce larger fruits. Then 3 weeks later, I apply chicken manure, which in my opinion provides all the nourishment they need. The chicken manure slowly releases the goodness that plants require. I do this every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks, I give them a different nourishing uh, fertilizers. All the products I use are organic. Even when I spray them, I use neem oil and baking soda. Now, remember, these orchids that we're going to see after this gardening tour almost died a few months back, and I revived them to look like this. So check out my other videos and you will see the videos that I've done on orchids, how they looked and how they look now. I'm not a professional, but I like to think I can improve on what others do. And most importantly, I really enjoy doing it.
Hello folks, welcome to the channel. I took out a new hobby, growing them plants and basically vegetables and fruits. So I'm doing an experiment. I'm not an expert gardener, but I thought as a hobby I'll try and experiment growing fruits and vegetables just as an hobby. And I thought I'll show you what I'm doing. This is my plum tree here, which if you look at my previous videos, it wasn't doing all that well, but I experimented on it and it's looking very healthy, so I should get abundance of fruits next year. These are my variety of tomatoes. So I thought I'll try and grow some celeriac, which is in here, as you can see. They're looking healthy. I can feel a big bowl down there, which is celeriac. Is the bottom of it is like a big bowl, and this is all different variety of tomatoes. This is a giant red tomato. It's about 5 foot, 5-6 foot high. Let's have a look at the variety if I can find the yep, giant red tomato. The size of it. We didn't get enough sunshine this year, so they're a little bit late. See if this one's got any fruit on it. Yep, it's got. This is a wine one. This has got fruit on it. What variety is this one? If I can find it, here it is. It's Gardener's Delight. This one. It's about 6 foot high. Let's come across this one. That's another. It's about 5 foot high. Which variety is this one? Shimmer variety tomato. Let's see if it's bearing any tomatoes. Yep, here we are. Some down here, some down there. and this one is a black pearl. Let's have a look down here. Here we are. There's some down here as well. How tall is this one? That fence is about 6 foot something. I pruned it vigorously and it's still growing. Like I said, we didn't get no sun this year in UK, but now we get in the sun, they should start shooting up. Got some more fruits down here, and I've got another variety here. Again, that's getting massive. See if this has got any fruit. Yep, there's plenty of fruit down here. Some growing here. There's more flowers up here, more flowers at the top. And let's see what some experiment to grow in UK. That's my black morello tree, which I pruned it vigorously last year. Look at this, looking very healthy. So I should get some fruit on it next year. Again, this is my apricot. Again, I pruned this as well last year vigorously, and that's another apricot at the back. Here's another pruning. I don't want it to grow more than 6 foot. This is my peach tree. Nice shape. It's got air going inside. Looking very healthy. That's my satin peach. Again, looking very healthy. Needs pruning again. This is another giant red tomato. There's some fruit down there. This is a melon. Got the seeds from eBay, and it's come from Egypt, I believe. That's a melon again. And this is the watermelon. Sweet baby, I believe. That's my fig tree. What variety is this? Figuera fig tree. So I'm going to grow this in pot because I don't want to put it into the ground, otherwise the roots will go all over the place. That's my cucumber, needs to be watered tonight. It's got some cucumbers down there growing, as you can see. Coriander, I love coriander in a salad. There's another cucumber down there. This is a prickly gherkin. Got some growing here. Feeling sorry for itself. Got one growing there. Some growing at the top there. And this is the other gherkin. This one is doing really well. As you can see, it's got a couple on there. I already picked about 6 or 7 from this one. Let's see if it's got any down the bottom here. Yep, it's got a couple down there. Really tasty, these ones. I'm not so keen on this one. He hasn't got the flavor of the other one. We've got some peppers down here. Green, yellow and red peppers. But like I said, we haven't been getting the sun. Got apricot growing in there. Cracked the seed, got the seed out and planted it. Same as this one here. Mediterranean nectarine. Should start getting some fruit next year. It's flowered this year. It's got some little fruits on it, but I don't think I'm going to get any. There is one just there. There's a couple there. Let's have a look, see if there's got any more. It's got one there. Let's have a look. Here we are. We've got a few there. A few fruits. And a couple more there. If the plant is small, it's not going to bear too many fruits. It lost lots of it. There's some there as well. But I don't expect any this year. I should get a few next year. Oh, there is some more here. This is my blood orange. It almost died last year, so I pruned it, and look how healthy it is now. So I should get some flowers on it next year, and maybe some fruit, but it's still too young yet. Maybe a couple of years time. This is my nectarine, dwarf nectarine. Let's see if it's got any fruit on it. Here we are. There's one fruit just there. I pull all the flowers out this year so that it grows a little bit stronger in the roots. Any more? Here we are. There's another one just here. Another one, or is it two? Another one in there. Should be a couple of more. There's another one here. And this is the grapes. I ordered a new grape, which I'm going to replace one of these with. It's a seedless, red seedless grape, crimson red, which I should replace with one of these, because these aren't all that good. They haven't got the taste, and they've got seeds in it. Like I said, I'm experimenting on how to grow fruits and vegetables, so I'm not an expert yet, but it's a good hobby. And this is my Laquat, which I had it for 25 years, and I kept pruning it so that it stays this high, otherwise it'll go up to 30, 40 feet high, and I don't want that. Got some flowers on it last year, but the frost killed it. You can't grow it in this country unless you've got a greenhouse. And now I'm going to go and experiment with orchids. Oh yeah, my favorite rose. This smell. Oh, it's gorgeous. More tomatoes there. Right. It's got lots of buds coming up. This rose. Right, let's go and experiment with the orchid. Right, I got this orchid about a year and a half ago, or someone gave it to me as a present, and he only had 2 stems on it, and then 6 months ago he lost all his flowers, and I thought he died. So I thought, well, rather than throw it away, let me have a look at some of the things that other people are doing, see if I can improve on it. And I put a couple of videos up. Every time that it started to revive itself, what I did to it, have a look at them videos. Today I'm going to treat it with something else and see how you get some of it. And this one is growing long stem all the way down. It's got new bulb down here, which is going to pop up soon. And then you shoot up another stem on the side. After I experimented, he only had one stem, about 7 or 8 flowers on it, and after experimenting on it, this is what happened to it. It's growing down there. And this one, I believe it took about 5-6 weeks to grow that length. It's got loads of bulbs on it, a few bulbs on it. It's going to grow even more. Beautiful. There was another piece here which was same length as that one, the amount of flowers on it as well, but I accidentally hit it onto the side of the window and I broke it. Now these here, they're the roots. So obviously in the natural environment, the roots come out and they kind of suck the oxygen, I think, because it's got roots at the bottom. Or maybe they try and get into the ground. So what I've done, I've cut a few of them off because it's already got lots of roots underneath. And I don't want these sticking out. Some people leave them out, some people leave them out, but I'm going to get rid of them because they look a bit ugly to me. So what I'll do, if I can get in there, cut it like so. I'm just going to leave one out to see what happens. Leave one root. Take that out. So what for this experiment, I'm going to use calcium because a lot of the plants require calcium. Well, it's got a bit of vitamin D in it, so I don't think it's going to do any harm to it. So I'm going to use calcium this time because what I've done, I've used a soluble aspirin about 3 weeks ago. Half a soluble aspirin in that one and half a soluble aspirin in this one. And previous to that, a month before that, I used milk. And the month before that, I used coffee. And a month before that, I used all-purpose Miracle Grow. Just a half a teaspoonful diluted in the water and let it soak in there for 15 minutes. So I should use the calcium, vitamin D, to the same principle. Right, I took one calcium tablet, which is that size, and I crushed it. I crushed it with a hammer. So what I should do is put all that in there. Fill it right up so that even the top layer of the chip bark or bark chips get soaked. Let's get rid of these roots. that calcium tablet, I just crushed it. I didn't dissolve it. I just poured it in there so that every time I water it for the next 2 weeks, it would still send the feed to the roots. Slowly it would feed the roots. So leave it in there for about 15 minutes, let the bark chip or chip bark soak, get wet, and then drain it out and put it back to where it likes. In my one, they like it on the windowsill. See what happens. If it dies, I'll come back and put it onto the YouTube and say, don't try this at home. It killed the orchid. But I don't think it would. I reckon it will generate even more flowers. We'll see. Okay, 10-15 minutes is up. I'm just going to drain these out and put it back where they are. Just fill them up after you have done what you have to do to them. Drain it out. Right, let's see. Let's be careful, otherwise I might break the other branch. One thing I forgot to mention, just in case if you wanted to know, the flowering branches, they come out between the leaves. So is the roots. But this one here, the roots come between the leaves. Yeah. So same as the flowering branch. If I lift this leaf up, as you can see, the flowering stem comes up between the leaves. So hopefully I should get another leaf growing from the here, like this one's growing, and hopefully I should get another branch coming out soon for flowering. That's it. And then water it once a week. Same thing, same principle, but this time don't put no feed in it. Just water. Just feed it once a month, and that should be sufficient enough. the video doesn't do justice to the size that is. Right, I should do another video month's time to bring you up to date how this is getting on with the calcium. But you don't have to use the tablet, you can use just milk. Milk is good enough. But I'm just experimenting. Just put about 4 or 5 spoonsful of milk into water, pour it in there, same principle with that one, 4 or 5 spoonsful of milk. Dilute it in the water and just let it soak in there for 15 minutes. Here we are, we've got more bulbs here. And it's still growing, look. Right, I should go and put them back to the windowsill where they belong and see how they get on. And I should put up a video how they get on next month. See what happens. If it dies, I'll come back and put it onto the YouTube and say, don't try this at home. It killed the orchid. But I don't think it would. I reckon it will generate even more flowers. We'll see. Some plants like lots of sun, some plants doesn't like too much sun. It's just a balance of finding the right position to put these orchids. Now, I'll find the right balance on this windowsill, and they're really thriving where they are here, because not only they're getting shade, but they're getting a bit of light as well onto them. So you just have to find the right balance for the plant to thrive.